This video is going to be on the Suez Canal and also the term called the Middle East. We got two key players in this one, so it's going to be a little bumpy here. These two guys, one's named Posh, one's named Ferdinand. Ferdinand worked for the European powers known as the British, also known as England. Now, England wanted access to the Suez Canal after Ferdinand came to them with their original plan. But Ferdinand needed Posh, which is the ruler of Egypt, to give him the green light to start the Suez Canal. Now, the Suez Canal was going to be a shortcut around or through Africa so they could get to Asia, because they didn't want to go around the Cape of Good Hope. That's all the way around to the bottom of Africa and across. They didn't want to do that. They wanted something that was a lot shorter, that would save them more time so they could make more profit. Now, with them doing that, he dug out the canal. After he dug out the canal, it was to modernize Egypt. Now, Egypt was grateful, so they gave access to the canal to the Europeans for at least 20 years so it could pay back whatever financial debt that they gained or racked up. Now, what the Europeans did, they actually put let's say a group of people, a group of illustrious people, pardon my English, in charge of the canal, which was a group of, what was it called? This is the group right here. These people here. They were in charge of the canal for a while there. Then they realized how much profit they were actually gaining. So the French saw it, and the French didn't like it. So the French went in, and next thing you know, we got a war over it between France, England, who else was it? It was also Egypt and I believe Israel. All four of these countries were fighting over this amazing canal they just almost didn't finish, because it was hard for them to do it because they was in the middle of the desert, and there was a lot of things that they needed, like water, that was hard to find, which is crazy because, y'all working on a canal, you know what I mean? So I would assume water was literally on the other side of the wall, but I'm just me, you know what I mean? I don't know the politics or the strategies that's used, but still, I would assume. But people were dying while they were building it, and people died. A lot of them died. So after the canal was completed, it was completed in 1869. They had a big parade. Everybody loved it. It was awesome. You should have been there. It was great. They had food, fireworks. They had all kinds of stuff. I'm like, it was just beautiful. It was so beautiful. And everybody forgot all about all the people that we killed to get this. But, I ain't going to say nothing about it. That's just me. So we're going to leave that alone. But now let's go to the other half of the video, which was the term the Middle East. Now, if you anything like me, you're going to find this even more funnier than the other half of people fighting over something that they shouldn't even been in that country because it ain't your country. But I digress. You know what I mean? People are very greedy. People love having things, and people want stuff they ain't got. I'm like, hey, just be happy with what God gave you. But you don't give a damn, you're going to take it from somebody else. Okay? You get what you get. All right, now let's go to the other half of the story. The other half of the story is pretty much where the term the Middle East came from. Now, the term the Middle East is a geopolitical term. Geopolitical means it is a government term for people that lives on the other side of the world that is not from the area that you're from, that also states land masses or anything of the sort scattered around the globe. I'm going to have it somewhere up in here. Look it up. Yep, it is something. So, next, that term came around in 1909. It was a British news reporter that actually came up with the term, and he defined the term, and he made up a word. A British man made up a word. It's now a word. It's a thing now because he said it. So apparently he was important enough to make other people say it, and now we say it because this dude told us to say it. So it's a word we use now. The Middle East Never existed before that. Never was a thing. It's amazing. Yep. It happened. Verify my information. Look it up. Prove me wrong.